What if your first multi-million-dollar government contract award was suddenly revoked because of one overlooked contractor background check detail? Just one mistake. Imagine winning your dream contract or job only to lose it because of a security clearance issue or a criminal record check. This happens all the time. Before you submit your next bid, you need to understand the federal background check process, what shows up, and the biggest myths that could cost you everything today. We're breaking it all down, including how to stay compliant and avoid contract termination. Smash that subscribe button, right? Hit the notification bell and like this video, because what you are about to learn is game changing. But please do not make these common pitfalls jewels and fail to disclose any criminal activity or history. It will cost you a multi-million-dollar federal government contract award. Now, let's get into it. No other YouTube contracting channel has discussed the importance of background investigations before winning and securing contracts like mine. I stay ahead of them by stating the simple truth about success at the federal, state, local, and county levels, period. To avoid these pitfalls, be honest with yourself and be upfront with the contracting officer. If I ask you questions related to your background, I position myself to approach the contracting officer proactively with the goal of handling the situation immediately and professionally. In my businesses and with everyone I mentor, honesty is the key to success. I've been in this game for over 31 years. I'm serious about it. I ensure that every client and subcontractor I work with is set up for success with transparency, integrity, leading the way. That's how you win in federal contracting, guys. At the federal level, especially with the agencies like Department of Defense, Department of Veterans Affairs, background checks are a critical part of their mission, the contractor vetting process. These agencies go back 10 years when reviewing criminal history, whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony, and that review directly impacts your ability to access military treatment facilities if your background history raises any red flags, and you won't be allowed to step foot on a military base or even go on a site visit. That is highly recommended by the contracting officer. Let me share a real life example. One of my mentees who won a high performing or potential high performance service-based contract with the U.S. Air Force was obligated to conduct a site visit in several southeastern states. However, his subcontractor, who had passed the background investigation, the BI, to gain access to the security gate, was later flagged because he wasn't honest about his background. I'm not faulting him, but be honest. Something I specifically asked about, the impact of it could have cost him the entire contract, as honesty in government contracting is non-negotiable. You must be transparent about your history, especially when you're asked. Failing to disclose critical information can not only delay your project, but cost you contracts and your reputation. Before we even talk about federal contracting, becoming a federal government contractor, let's be clear about background checks are not exclusive to the government. Companies from small businesses to Fortune 500 corporations like mine perform comprehensive background verification processes before hiring an employee or working with a contractor. Companies may conduct criminal history checks, employment verification, and even financial background reviews. The government may require additional layers of screening, depending on the contract role or security clearance level. These screenings ensure that candidates or employees are qualified, reliable, and meet industry compliance standards. Diamond Hunter Enterprises, I have two companies, along with other companies, follows strict background check protocols to protect clients, secure contracts, and maintain business integrity. Failing a company background check can cost you a job or contract, right? Again, guys, I'm not here to judge anyone. Only God can do that. You know your history. You know what's on your credit. Your social security number follows you wherever you go, just like a criminal record. Okay? I can hire anybody I want to. If I like you, you got to be honest. I'm just saying, in the federal government space, they want you to be honest too. For my mentee, it was devastating. An unescorted access request, a UAR, was denied the other day. I worked tirelessly to help him win his first government contract award, which then caused a domino effect because the subcontractor was granted UAR access. If you are serious about securing a multi-million-dollar contract, we must have an honest dialogue, conversation about background checks, security clearance for contractors, and compliance with FAR 3.1003. Watch my FAR video linked above to learn more on government regulations and speak the government agency's language. The Contractor Performance Assessment Reporting System, CPARS, plays a major role in your government contract future. This is the federal government's grading system for contractors. And if you don't understand how your background check, criminal record check, or contractor background check affects CPARS score, you're delusional. You could be setting yourself up for failure before you even begin obtaining a contract award. Your security clearances and unescorted access requests must be handled correctly. Any red flags, even misconceptions or outdated information could impact your ability to win contracts. What shows up on a background check isn't always what you think, and there are common background myths that could prevent you from being compliant. Seek legal advice before you are awarded your first government contract to ensure you are fully in compliance with federal acquisition regulation. Listen, you don't want a contract award to be terminated for the convenience of the government or terminated for cause. I'm trying to help you understand what is at risk, and that is you not winning your first government contract award, okay? Understanding CPARS, the Contractor Performance Assessment Reporting System, is critical because it directly affects your ability to secure future contracts. This system tracks everything. You can't hide from performance. You can't hide for compliance, including your contractor background check history. Guys, a poor CPARS rating could cost you millions in lost contract opportunities. Now let's talk about mentorship and real-world implications. Many contractors fail not because they lack skill, but because they don't understand the importance of background checks, UARs, security clearances, and the federal government vetting system. I've seen businesses lose multi-million-dollar contracts simply because they lied. They didn't take the necessary steps to ensure their records were clean and their CPARS ratings were strong. Okay? I need you to understand how this works. Jules, this is just the beginning. If you are serious about securing government contracts, protecting your business, and making sure your background investigation doesn't stop your success, then you need to be here for the next video. We are going to dive deeper into how to correct background check errors, what to do if you are flagged, and the secrets to securing high-value government contracts. So stay locked in. Drop a comment below if you've ever had a background check issue, dishonesty played a role, and that perhaps came up in your career. Let's talk about it. And I want to read a disclaimer. I am not an attorney, though I probably should have been one, and this is not legal advice. If you have concerns about your background check, seek immediate professional legal guidance to ensure compliance with federal regulations.